Jung Hae-in congratulates Jung So-min on her win with Choi Woo-shik at SBS. Imagine a red carpet moment that sneaks up on you like a rom-com plot twist. 1 minute the room is full of polite applause. The next everyone's phones are out and a tidal wave of congratulations has begun. That's exactly the energy from tonight's SBS Drama Awards. Jung So-min took home the Top Excellence Prize for Romantic Comedy. Her co-star Choi Woo-shik matched the moment with his own Top Excellence win for the same show, and the internet promptly declared it the feel-good moment of the evening. Fans and headlines lit up within minutes. Welcome to BizAU Asian Stars Spotlight. If you're making a quick video about tonight's highlights, start with that tiny delicious paradox. 2 leads from one rom-com sweep the comedy-romance category, and the crowd's reaction reads like a montage. Hook your viewers with the question: is this the end of rom-com domination, or just the beginning? Then cut to the glitter and the acceptance speeches. The big wins and why they matter. Jung So-min's Top Excellence Award, rom-com, is being celebrated as a long-overdue crown for an actress who has quietly built a career of warm, nuanced performances. Tonight's trophy, Top Excellence Romance/Comedy, recognizes her work in Would You Marry Me? And the applause wasn't just about one great season. It felt like the industry acknowledging a performer who's been quietly racking up memorable roles for years. One more detail that drew attention from viewers was the fact that the presenter who announced Jung So-min's award happened to be a close friend of Jung Hae-in, a coincidence that added an extra layer of curiosity and delight for fans who were already reading meaning into every connection and moment shared around the ceremony. Meanwhile, Choi Woo-shik also picked up the Top Excellence Award for Actor in the same romantic comedy category, making the show's leads the unexpected power duo of the night. The moment landed with that cinematic balance of cheerful disbelief and heartfelt appreciation, like the final scene of a drama where everyone finally gets what they deserve. If you're scripting your video's middle section, linger on the tiny details. Jung So-min's acceptance expression, a mix of surprise and sincere gratitude, Choi Woo-shik's slightly shy bow, and the cameras catching close friends and co-workers in the audience as they stood to applaud. That human reaction, the way an award show suddenly becomes a family dinner, is the emotional currency viewers love. After the event, a number of reports and fan accounts noted that Jung So-min received an outpouring of congratulations from colleagues and friends, and among the names mentioned was Jung Hae-in. Importantly, those sources were vague. They mentioned his congratulations without clarifying what form they took. There was no clear confirmation whether it was a public post, a private message, a backstage embrace, or simply a polite verbal greeting at the ceremony. The ambiguity itself became part of the story, because when famous faces are named in the same breath as heartfelt congratulations, the internet quickly fills in blanks with its own versions of the moment. That ambiguity feeds the more tender, human reading of their relationship. Over the years, fans and industry watchers have praised the obvious warmth between the two, a kind of easy mutual respect that reads like friendship rather than a publicity pose. On camera or in shared interviews, their interactions have often landed as small, sincere gestures. A hand on a shoulder, an earnest compliment, an exchanged smile that doesn't look scripted. Those little moments accumulate in public memory and make it believable, even unsurprising, that he'd be among those to congratulate her, however that may have been delivered. Of course, the rumor mill has long been fascinated by the possibility of something more than friendship. Whenever 2 actors show strong on-screen chemistry, gossip columns and fan forums tend to follow. For Jung Hae-in and Jung So-min, whispers about a potential romance have circulated intermittently. Speculative takes after joint appearances, heightened interest following warm interviews, and occasional attention to coincidental overlaps in schedules or social circles. Crucially, these are patterns that invite interpretation rather than proof. Small, suggestive pieces that fans stitch together into a narrative because it's emotionally satisfying to imagine a rom-com pairing blossoming off-screen as well. It helps the speculation that both have profiles and personae that pair well on paper. She's often noted for approachable warmth and comic timing. He's admired for thoughtful charm and sensitivity. When two actors who naturally complement each other cross paths frequently, at award shows, industry events, or variety programs, observers are primed to read deeper meaning into ordinary friendliness. The result is a steady stream of "could they?" questions rather than any single, conclusive answer. In media terms, it's the difference between reporting a fact and narrating a tone. In fandom terms, it's the emotional thrill of possibility. Fans are part of the story too. Admirers collect clips of flattering interactions, translate interviews, and archive small gestures as if building an evidentiary scrapbook. These fan-made narratives can amplify the image of a budding romantic link, even when the primary sources are non-committal. At the same time, many longtime followers are careful to point out the boundary between affectionate friendship and confirmed romance, a reminder that industry friendships often look very close from the outside without necessarily crossing into dating territory. Whether these reports reflect a genuine private congratulations from Hae-in or simply a ripple of fandom speculation, the core takeaway is clear. Jung So-min's achievement drew sincere warmth from her peers, and the affectionate chatter around her friendships only highlights how beloved she is in the industry. What the win means for Would You Marry Me? This double recognition for the show, both leads winning top excellence in the romantic comedy category, is a strong signal that Would You Marry Me delivered on its central promise. Chemistry, warmth, and humor packaged in exactly the way viewers love. The series now gets an added boost from awards season buzz. More rewatches, more recommendations, and a new wave of viewers discovering it for the first time. If your channel covers trends and drama popularity, underline how award nights often function as rediscovery engines. A trophy doesn't just end a season. It extends a show's life in the conversation. A few choice lines to use in your video script. Tonight proved rom-coms still have punch. The leads of Would You Marry Me walked away with the night's top romantic comedy honors. Jung So-min's acceptance felt personal, like watching a friend finally get the recognition they've quietly earned. And fans say Jung Hae-in was one of the first to send his congratulations. Cue the soft focus montage. Closing note for SBS Asian Stars Spotlight. End the piece with an invitation. If you loved tonight's rom-com sweep, stay tuned for more backstage reactions, highlight moments, and award night stories right here on SBS Asian Stars Spotlight. Then tease a follow-up. Acceptance speech highlights, standout red carpet looks, and a roundup of the most charming fan reactions. Because if tonight felt like a rom-com epilogue, the fandom is definitely ready for a sequel.